Dr. Cliff AUD here at ADA Convention AuDacity 2018, and I am here with Mary from Phonak. Mary, thank you for taking time. We are into the afternoon now, so thank you for taking your time this afternoon to chat with me.
Absolutely, thanks for coming over, Dr. Cliff.
Perfect. So, new release from you guys, extremely exciting. It's probably one of my best ranking videos here as of recent. The Phonak Marvel just got released, and we were talking a little bit earlier about the 4 different pillars of the Marvel and what it can do. So let's kind of run through those.
Yes, so many new innovations with Marvel. You and I were chatting earlier about it's hard to even fit all of it into one video, but there are 4 big themes that we can break it down to on a high level. So the first is going to be clear, rich sound. So AutoSense, which as I recall is one of your favorite hearing aid features of 2018, or if not the favorite, correct?
It is the favorite,
yes.
Yeah.
So we're debuting AutoSense 3.0 using artificial intelligence, which is a big buzzword in our industry right now. So we've made some changes to the way that it works, so it's still amazing at accurately identifying the most appropriate environment and creating a custom program for your patient. However, we have added an AutoSense for streaming now. So now we have 3 new programs: Stream Speech, Stream Music, and Streamed Phone Calls. This is huge. We're the first manufacturer to offer this. So if your patient says to you, hey Cliff, I love the way that classical music sounds when I stream it from my cell phone. However, when I'm watching TV, when I'm streaming Netflix, I'm not doing so well. You are now able to go in and make an adjustment to the Streamed Speech program without negatively affecting the great sound quality that they're enjoying from their streaming music program.
Right, so more customizability from that standpoint. And the reason I really love that particular feature with the AutoSense and now AutoSense 3.0 is that it is better at identifying environments than what a patient can do themselves, and I've seen the research on that. And you basically can do a lot of hands-free, like you don't need to adjust on your own. It will adjust for you when you go into a different environment, which is exactly why I ranked it so high in 2018. It actually came out on top with my favorite feature. So we'll see how much better 3.0 is. If it is better, I mean, I feel like it would be hard to,
the bar is set very high.
Exactly. So, okay, so that's pillar number 1.
Yes.
What's pillar number 2?
So big one, this is all the buzz here at ADA, but connectivity. So Phonak is the first manufacturer to offer binaural streaming from all cell phones, including Androids and flip phones, in addition to iPhones.
See, that's terrific. I mean, that's like the feature that we have all been waiting for, both in the profession and from a consumer standpoint as well. I got a chance to demo these devices, and I joke in my YouTube review that I couldn't stop smiling when I was streaming, because on my Samsung phone, I was streaming into both ears, right? Both for phone calls and for music, which is something that I could not do from my phone prior to that without using some kind of intermediary device. So now it is absolutely direct. And the other aspect from the connectivity, both with phone calls that we want to touch base on, is there are certain states that you have to be completely hands-free to drive. And so how does this product help them with that?
So Marvel is also hands-free. This is also a unique innovation for Phonak. The patient is able to answer the phone call by pushing the push button on the hearing aid, which is actually now a toggle switch, so you have an up and down feature. Again, much easier for patients with poor dexterity, easier to feel. So they're able to answer it on their phone, and then their hearing aid microphones are actually the pickup mics, sending that signal back to the person on the other end of the phone call. So they can have their phone in their pocket, in their purse, they can walk away from it. It just needs to be within Bluetooth range of their hearing aids.
Right, yeah, so that's absolutely really exciting. So, okay, what's the next pillar?
Yes. Next one, rechargeability. So this was hugely successful for us with our AuDeo BR product. So this is still our lithium-ion battery. However, a couple new innovations. We have newly redesigned our charger case. Now the hearing aids are able to be removed much easier, and this is probably the biggest one. They turn on automatically when you remove it from the charger. Absolutely.
So one of the big issues we had with the previous line of rechargeability is that you get them out of the case, and you would assume that they would turn on, but you would actually have to hold the button down. It can be tough, you know, for some individuals that they have finger dexterity issues. That is not a problem anymore.
Not at all.
And I know that I have the ability to actually turn that on if I want it to, right? If you want to have the push button to turn it on, we can do that, or it can turn on automatically, and that is the default setting, I believe. Very good. So rechargeability is great. People are going to be asking, okay, so can I, in the same hearing aid, can it be the rechargeable version, and can I direct stream
to
it?
Absolutely. So So in November, we're launching this product in the US on November 30th. That's our official ship date. We're going to have in 4 levels of technology, including our essential level, which is also another innovation. It just keeps coming. You'll have rechargeability and connectivity in the same hearing aid. We'll also offer a 312 model for those patients that are not interested in rechargeability.
Right, and so from the rechargeable standpoint, what kind of battery life? Because I know it's Bluetooth Classic that you guys are using, and there's some concern over level of the battery life that you can get because it pulls more energy than a Bluetooth Low Energy. So what can they expect from battery life standpoint?
So you'll still be able to use it for a full day, even with streaming. And what makes this possible is actually our Sword chip, our new chip. That's what enables us to use Bluetooth Classic. It's a proprietary extension of it that we've created that allows us to stream binaurally without being a massive drain on the battery.
Very good.
Patients can go a full day, no issues.
Excellent. And I love lithium rechargeable technology, so we still got that.
Yes.
Phonak has been kind of the pioneer with the lithium rechargeability. So, okay, pillar number 3 out of the way. What's pillar number 4?
Number 4 is smart apps. So Phonak has created an entirely new segment of e-solutions. So there's 3, but probably the biggest one, and one that I know is hugely beneficial in your practice given how far your patients drive to come see you, is the ability for remote programming. So now within Target fitting software, you can have a live video call with your patients where you can see them, they can see you.
Right.
Maybe you want to set some ground rules.
I know, right? I always joke that, you know, you can be in your pajamas at home and actually have that session with your audiologist, but they can see you, right? So you might want to make sure you're covered up to some degree.
Appropriate,
be presentable, right? But you can still be, you know, at home on your couch and do this.
But you're making live adjustments in real time, so you can actually get that feedback from the patient, whether that was a successful adjustment or not. Second is going to be My Hearing Diary. So your patient now has the ability to rate their experiences in different listening environments, whether it was a good experience, or maybe it was an environment where they would have liked to hear it a little bit better. They're able to bring that information to you, so again, that you can make a more precise, targeted adjustment.
Right, excellent. And then, of course, you can also make adjustments on your own inside of the apps.
Absolutely.
Right? So it gives you a little bit more customization that you can do in an environment, so you're not actually having to go up to ear level to make an adjustment. You can do volume programs, whatever you want to, actually on your phone.
Yes.
Okay, so Marvel out of the way for a second here. We got through the 4 pillars of that. You know, seems like it would be hard to at least not consider the Marvel for any patient, really, at this point. But that being said, there's something new that is also coming out, and that is Trial. So what is Trial?
Yes, so Trial is our demo device for Marvel that will be available after the launch. So a lot of times audiologists and hearing care professionals say to us, I love your premium demos, but it's not always appropriate for every patient, maybe given their budget or their lifestyle. I would love to be able to demo other levels of technology to give my patient a more realistic expectation of what their actual device is going to sound like. So now with our Trial Marvel device, you can actually set up a trial for that patient with any level of technology, 30 through 90, and within the Target fitting software, you as the hearing care professional will determine the length of time that it will be active for, up to 6 weeks.
Right, so essentially somewhat of an extension of the clinic that patient can identify on their own to some degree, like, is this really worth it?
That
is this the level? Yeah,
right.
Cost benefit. I talk about that all the time. There's pros and cons to literally anything, and then you have to weigh those pros and cons, the cost versus the benefit when it comes to actually getting hearing treatment.
Absolutely.
So this kind of helps them better assess for themselves how to actually go about doing that and making the right choice, essentially. So that's really exciting. So thank you, Mary, so much for meeting with me this afternoon right now. We again are here at ADA Convention AuDacity 2018, and we'll see you next time.